Okay, that was really odd. I don't even know how to respond to a game like that. The Vancouver Canucks have just defeated the Ottawa Senators 6-3, and when you say it like that, hey, that's a good win. When you say that the Vancouver Canucks got off to a super hot start, it sounds even better. But you see, the thing with NHL programming and these hockey games in general is that periods take a long time. The entire game is a program scheduled for 2.5 hours, and the first period, which is where most of the Vancouver Canucks got their action done, happened like an hour and a half ago. A lot of that sentiment, a lot of that hype has died down, especially with the way the game continued afterwards. The Vancouver Canucks defeat the Ottawa Senators 6-3, but they kind of had a very odd way of getting this done. They were using this analogy on the Sportsnet broadcast throughout the night, but the Vancouver Canucks showed up early, they did all of their work, and they just kind of cruised along for the rest of their shift. I will say, before getting into all the stuff regarding this game, if you're an Ottawa Senators fan, you're in the Ottawa area, you're on the East Coast, you stayed up till 10 p.m. EST to start watching this game, and if you went out there and actually finished it, you stuck around till the end of the 6-3 decision, you stuck around to the end of the 5-0 first period. Big kudos to you. I was using a lot of the downtime in this game, because there was a little bit of downtime, especially in the second and third periods, to just scroll through, see what fans of these teams were saying, seeing what Canucks fans and Sens fans felt about this game, and there were a good chunk of Sens fans, diehards, that did stay up and watch this ultimately tragic first period of a game played by Ottawa, only to stick around and see your team score 3 goals and maybe make things close a little bit towards the end. We'll also get into the super ironic Senators moment that allowed the Canucks to actually get their 6th goal of the game, but 5-0 is the score after one period, and the Vancouver Canucks come out here pretty much showing off that their philosophy picked up by Tocchet here, how they don't want to come into the new year feeling like they're already on top of the league. They're not a team that has already won anything. They still have more to prove, and they have more to hunger for, and that was a philosophy and a quote that I think a lot of Canucks fans really appreciated, especially considering, the fact that the Canucks are never ever this good. So, starting out the year against a bad Ottawa Senators team, you knew this was a game the Canucks should have won, but it wasn't one that was a walk in the park. Like, they wouldn't be guaranteed this victory, they still needed to earn it. At the same time, this was the kind of game where it's like, yeah, Vancouver needs to go out there and they need to show that they can do what we think they can do. There's an expectation here. And that's exactly what they did, as the first period starts out with a long drive from one Ian Cole, who gets by everybody. It's Ilya Mikheyev who, at the Ottawa blue line, stops up to make sure the team was onside. He dumps a long pass around the boards to the opposite corner. Elias Pettersson is right there, but he doesn't take it. He lifts his leg, lets the puck go over to Noah Juulsen at the point. Juulsen goes over to Cole, long shot, scores, 1-0 Vancouver. That's Cole's first goal on this season. First goal in like 90 games played too, which is kind of nuts when you think about it. Second goal of the game, scored by Vancouver, comes just a little bit later as Tyler Myers takes a long shot. It deflects up and off the end board glass, and standing right there on the doorstep is Pius Suter to grab the puck in midair, place it onto the ice, and then swipe it into the goal. What a lucky shot there. Like, obviously you can't predict these kinds of goals to go in. That was just pure luck on the Pius Suter bounce, but hey, he was in the right place at the right time. He made no mistake with the hand-eye, grabbed the puck, put it down, and then was able to pot it by. 2-0, Vancouver at the halfway mark of this first period. The Vancouver Canucks then get themselves 2 straight goals that don't look good. You have the first one, it's Elias Pettersson in the corner, trying to center a feed out for Andrei Kuzmenko, but the puck gets deflected on goal. Anton Forsberg, the goaltender, kind of fumbles it a little bit, and then he kicks the puck to an open back door where Elias Pettersson is there again on the wraparound to just kind of tap the puck in order for it to go in. Forsberg had no idea what was going on there. He kicked the puck to the open side, trying to make the save, didn't really realize that Pettersson was there, and yeah, it's 3-0, not to mention the fact that 20 seconds later, you had the Canucks score again. JT Miller wins an offensive zone draw. Boeser goes back to Zadorov, who takes a shot, and it's tipped in off of the stick of JT Miller. He gets the tip down. He hasn't scored in a while, so good on Millsy to finally be getting points up in here. Boeser getting an assist is also good for the points race as well. The Vancouver Canucks then get themselves a power play shortly after, and on this man advantage, it's the set play that we all want to see. Pettersson goes over to Hughes to Miller, then Miller threads the needle, sending one back to Elias Pettersson. He takes the one-timer shot. He actually flubs it, and the puck goes in off of the stick of Jake Sanderson. It was a weak one-timer attempt by Petey. He definitely didn't get all of it. He was really disappointed with the shot. You could see his facial expression when they zoomed in after he scored the goal. He was like, oh, well, okay, I scored that. Damn. And, I mean, look, Pettersson has really high expectations of himself. We know he's a super competitive guy, so, you know, he's not going to be satisfied with a goal that looks like that, especially after the other one, too, the wraparound, where he didn't really do much. He just kind of tapped the puck for it to go in. Like, sure, he set up that play, but still. Petey gets 2 goals in the first period. The Canucks are up 5-0. Miller and Hughes get power play assists at the end of this one, and this is what we were talking about. The Vancouver Canucks were up 5-0 at the end of the first, and they just kind of mailed it in for the rest of the game. Like, seriously, the rest of the game, I don't want to say, like, Ottawa dominated, per se, but the Canucks definitely made it more difficult on themselves with the amount of carelessness that they just put into each and every play. Their passes weren't as clean, their breakouts weren't as consistent, and look, Thatcher Demko had to make some really good saves, and on the shots that didn't get saved, I mean, they're right there on the score sheet. Claude Giroux opened things up for the Ottawa Senators to make it 5-1, capitalizing on a turnover in the Ottawa zone and a really bad Canucks line change, which results in a 2-on-1 opportunity. Tkachuk goes over to Giroux, and he's able to drag it around the defense and the goaltender to bring the Sens within 4. Then, in the third period, there's another goal scored by Ottawa right at the start of the frame. That Giroux goal was scored a minute 30 into the second. Then you have a Tarasenko goal scored 37 seconds into the third. This is yet another 2-on-1 opportunity, and the puck gets thrown across. Giroux slows down. Very nice play there by Claude. He's been a very good player this entire time. Tarasenko makes no mistake on the back door, makes it 5-2. Tarasenko then scores whilst the Senators have the empty net. It's 5-2 at this point. Tarasenko scores at the end to make it 5-3. The Canucks just cannot clear the zone, and Tarasenko again on the back door is able to just jam the puck in after a scrum in front. So these older veterans, man, they're making things happen for the Ottawa Senators. It's kind of funny. But after the Senators scored 2 goals in this third period, after they had the momentum, they're only down by 2, they've got the empty net, you have yourselves Pius Suter, who scores one of the worst goals we have seen all season for Vancouver, as he steals the puck at the Senators' blue line as they're trying to break it out. And he just kind of throws the puck on goal. And when I say throws the puck on goal, he doesn't even, like, shoot it. He just kind of chips it. They did the shot meter on the broadcast, and they're like, yeah, that's a 20-mile-an-hour snapshot by Pius Suter. Like, the guy just kind of dumped it in, and it went in by the new goaltender, Korpisalo. You could see his body language. He was really disappointed that he let that one in. So Korpisalo lets in a goal towards the end of the game that's really bad. He let in the first shot that he faced as well, which was the Elias Pettersson one-timer on the power play. Anton Forsberg didn't look good, letting in 4 goals on, 12, 13 shots that he faced. Thatcher Demko admittedly had a pretty good game. Like, the saves he made, especially the one on Shabbat towards the end there. Just fantastic stuff by Thatcher. 38 shots against and 35 saves to a 9.21 save percentage. What great stuff out of him. But the Vancouver Canucks, they make a statement with this one. They didn't make things look too difficult at the start, but afterwards they just kind of let off the gas pedal a little bit, and you could see that in the way they progressed. You could see that in their body language, but hey, they still won. So that's kind of the expectations, right? That's the bar set for this team, that now even a 6-3 win, we're still going out there and finding things to critique about it. Sure, you could say this win was kind of lucky. A lot of the goals that went in, the bounces, the off the Senators player goals, like, they weren't great, but they were still goals. And the Vancouver Canucks used that to their advantage to get 2 points. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Vancouver beating the Sens 6-3. I hope you enjoyed this video. and bye.